Coverage of the 2019 OHSAA District Swimming Finals. Made possible by PSS Contractors, LLC. The Greater Cincinnati Automobile Dealers Association. The Seven Hills School. Harrison High School Swimming. Mason Swimming and Diving Boosters. St. Xavier Swimming and Diving. In loving memory of Richard and Barbara Thulman. And swimmeet.com.
We'd like to ask everyone to please rise for our national anthem, which will be sung by a sophomore from Mason, Miss Anvi Tade.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you, Anvi.
All right. Good morning, everybody. We are here at the beautiful Corwin M. Nixon Natatorium at Miami University for the 2019 Ohio District 2 Boys District Championships. This is the second stage to try to get to the Ohio High School Swimming State Championship. The top two places today will automatically qualify. From there, the next 16 at-large bids will be at stake after they compile all the other four districts around the state for a total of 24 spots to get into the Ohio High School State Swimming Championship. Our first event today is going to be the boys 200-yard medley relay. The district meet record in this event was set by Seven Hills back in 2015. The district meet record time of 1:34:08. The pool record is held by Kenyon University, 1:26:74, set back in 2008. And it took a 1:43:27 to make the state championship meet last year. As you can see, the first heat is behind the blocks, waiting to get things started. Should be a very exciting day of racing for us here. Thankfully this year we did not have to deal with any snow, so there were no delays getting started. And we're very thankful for all of the timers and officials to volunteer their time here on a beautiful Friday morning to get us going. And we hear the whistle bringing heat 1 of 3 to the blocks. In this boys medley relay, we have the first leg of backstroke, then breaststroke, butterfly, and freestyle. And we await the start. And in this first heat of the boys 200-yard medley relay, lane 1, Greenville. Lane 2, Shawnee. Lane 3, Dayton Carroll. Lane 4, Dayton Christian. Lane 5, Legacy Christian. Lane 6, West Carrollton. Lane 7, New Richmond. And lane 8, Roger Bacon. And out to the early lead, the team in lane 4. Looks like Dayton Christian, backstroke is split at 27:38. Very good relay exchange there.
27-3 for Elijah Joyce. Andrew Beitziger in the water now for Dayton Christian.
Now these swimmers have all qualified from the sectional meet last week, and that brings them here to the district championships. Looks like we have the team in lane 6 moving up from West Carrollton. Very solid breaststroke leg there. 28-3 was the split for the West Carrollton breaststroker, getting their team in the lead. Butterflyer looking very strong. Opening up to a very good lead, the Butterflyer from West Carrollton getting into the freestyle exchange. 25-3-2 was the split for the Butterflyer. And now West Carrollton bringing it home. Again, the time that they're trying to hit from last year was a 43-27 made the meet last year. Don't think we're going to be seeing that, but they're probably going to drop a significant time from their sectional performance. And West Carrollton touches the wall first at a 151.44. Second place from Legacy Christian, 151.94. Very nice swim there from our first heat of 3, the boys 200-yard medley relay. And this is going to bring us to the second heat of 3. The boys 200-yard medley relay. See a shot of the backstrokers there, getting ready to get into the water. As the whistle blows, backstrokers are getting into the water now. It is heat 2, the boys 200-yard medley relay. So a clean start by everyone. And in lane 1, the team from Eaton. Lane 2, Summit. Lane 3, Wyoming. Lane 4, Kenton Ridge. Lane 5, Wilmington. Lane 6, Tippecanoe. Lane 7, Bellbrook. And rounding out the field, lane 8, Franklin. The early lead looks like we have a team in lane 8 and 26-9-6, team from Wilmington in lane 5 to the early lead. It's like Kenton Ridge coming up with a strong breaststroke leg there in lane 4. Not to be outdone by the team in lane 1. Eaton going into the breaststroke to butterfly exchange. Very clean starts by everyone. Going into the turn, looks like we still have the Kenton Ridge butterflyer pulling out, giving them a little bit of breathing room over the team in lane 1 from Eaton. Coming into the final exchange, Kenton Ridge still in the lead. Their butterflyer split a 24-5 relay split, very solid. Now the 43-27 made the meet last year. It's what these teams are shooting for to try to make the at-large. And we're under the flags, and 144.53. Kenton Ridge winning the second heat of 3. Very nice split on the end. 24-2 for the Kenton Ridge freestyler. Congratulations. Second place, Wilmington with a 147.50. Kenton Ridge was just off the time that made the state meet last year, so they will be sitting and watching, seeing how this heat 3 and final heat of the boys 200-yard medley relay. In this third and final heat, we have in lane 1, Versailles. Lane 2, Bishop Fenwick. Lane 3, the team from Indian Hill. Lane 4, Seven Hills. Lane 5, Hamilton Baden. Lane 6, Marymount. Lane 7, Oakwood. And in lane 8, team from Madeira. It took a 143.27 to make the state meet last year. And keep in mind, the top 2 finishers in this event will automatically make the state meet. In Canton next weekend. Clean start by the backstrokers. Coming up quick, team from lane 6, Marymount backstrokers out to a good look. Very nice underwater shot there of the backstrokers doing their butterfly kick off the wall. It's like the team from Seven Hills in the very early lead. Their backstroker split a 23.75. Very solid opening leg. A breaststroke leg here. Very clean race. Very good underwater shot there of the breaststroke turn. Battle between Seven Hills and Marymount right now, between lanes 4 and 6. Marymount's breaststroker getting them the mid-halfway lead, 26-1-1 for the Marymount breaststroker split. A very solid relay exchange from the team Seven Hills, and they're now have regained the lead over Marymount. Butterflyer from Seven Hills is opening up a very nice lead, splitting a 21-64. Very nice butterfly split from the team from Seven Hills, opening them up to a couple body length lead. Looks like it's going to be Seven Hills' race to lose, and I don't think they're going to do it. Very, very open water. The district meet record of 134.08 looks like it's going to be safe, but 135.78. Congratulations. Last relay split at 22.49 from the freestyler. Congratulations to the Seven Hills. The other automatic time came from Hamilton Baden of a 139.51. Third place, team from Indian Hill, 139.82. Compared to last year, potentially all 8 of those teams might make the at-large. It'll be curious to see what the other districts put up, but congratulations. Our first event is in the books, and we will come back right after the awards.
Coverage of the 2019 OHSAA District Swimming Finals. Made possible by PSS Contractors, LLC. The Greater Cincinnati Automobile Dealers Association. The Seven Hills School. Harrison High School Swimming. Mason Swimming and Diving Boosters. St. Xavier Swimming and Diving. In loving memory of Richard and Barbara Thulman. And swimmeet.com.
We had 8 teams under last year's last at-large qualifying time for the state meet, which was 143.27. 8 teams under that time from last year. Our awards this morning in the 200 medley relay will be presented by the head coach from Marymount High School, Mr. Kevin Manis. Finishing in 8th place, Cincinnati Madeira. Finishing in 7th place, Versailles. Finishing in 6th place, the men from Dayton Oakwood. Finishing in 5th place, Bishop Fenwick. Finishing in 4th place, Cincinnati Marymount. Our 3rd place finishers were Indian Hill. Our district runner-up earns an automatic qualifying berth for Canton next week. The team from Hamilton-Baden, Jack Proctor, Adam Sherman, Luke Paxton, and Kevin Spade. And our 2019 Southwest District champions with a time of 135.78, the team from Seven Hills, Tim Kalin, George Eng, Greg Kalin, and Spencer Boyd. Congratulations, men. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it, your top 8 finishers in the 200 medley relay.
See the parting shot of the awards for the boys 200-yard medley relay. Congratulations to the team from Seven Hills, our new district champion with a time of 1:35.78. Team from Hamilton Baden in second place with their state qualifying ticket punched. Very, very good start to the meet. The top 8 teams from that last event all were under the at-large time of 1:43.27. It took to make the state championship meet last year. Should be hopefully good signs that this Southwest District is going to put up some more very good times today as we go into the second event of the day, the boys 200-yard freestyle. The district meet record set last year by Cody Bybee in a time of 1:35.99.
All right, this is event 63. It's the boys 200-yard freestyle.
Time
this is
to
heat
make
one.
The meet last year was a 1:46.42. There are 4 heats, and this is the first of 4. Swimmers on the block. And in this first heat of 4 for the boys 200-yard freestyle, lane 1, Adam Johnson, Bellbrook. Lane 2, Maxwell Shera, Wyoming. 3, Ryan Ritter, Roger Bacon. Lane 4, Logan Lippert, Bishop Quenwick. Lane 5, Brody Gibson, Hamilton Baden. Lane 6, Matthew Colson, Seven Hills. Lane 7, Andrew Simmons, Dayton Christian. And lane 8, Davis Schmidt, Marymount. Out to the early lead, Andrew Simmons there in lane 7. Turning at the 75 wall, nice shot of him underwater. At the halfway mark, got a nice shot there of Andrew Simmons there, lane 7. Turning at a 55.48. Solid, easy speed there for the first 100. Followed close next to you by Matthew Colson from Dayton Christian. And Brody Gibson, Hamilton Baden, there in lane 6. It's still at the 150 mark. Holding on to the lead is Andrew Simmons from Dayton Christian, flipping at a 125. Lane 2, top of the screen, giving chase. Maxwell Shera from Wyoming. Just pacing himself early on, getting a very strong finish up in lane 2. Looks like it's going to be our heat winner, Maxwell Shera, touching it at 1:55.05, dropping over 5 seconds from his sectional time. Very nice swim for Matthew. Very happy with that. That's going to bring us to our second heat of 4 with the boys 200-yard freestyle. So remaining swimmers from heat 1 get out of the water. Going to be waiting the starter's whistle to bring the swimmers to the block. And we're off. This second heat of 4, the boys 200-yard freestyle. Lane 1, Luke Clenty, Clinton Massey. Lane 2, Nate Eschler, Waynesville. Lane 3, Wesley Burt, Clinton Massey. Lane 4, Isaac Moore, Dayton Stivers. Lane 5, Philip Miller, McNicholas. Lane 6, Preston Troyer, Legacy Christian. Lane 7, Brandon Burke, Hamilton Baden. And lane 8, Will Fashtak, Marymount. Going into the halfway point, looks like we have the early lead from Isaac Moore out in lane 4, turning at a time of 54:36. Very good early speed as he opens himself up to almost a half body length lead on the field. The thing about this 200 freestyle, it's always interesting to watch the different approaches to the race. Going out quick and hoping to hold on, or like we saw in the last heat from Maxwell Shearer from Wyoming, he was out a little easier and came home very strong, but still Isaac Moore in lane 4 in the lead, but coming up quick, Philip Miller in lane 5 giving chase. It looks like we have a battle, and if Isaac Moore can hold on, getting under the flags, a race to get to the wall, and it's going to be Isaac Moore hanging on in a 1:52.39. Second place, Philip Miller, 1:52.74. Very nice swim. Both those boys. And it's going to bring us to heat 3 for the boys 200 freestyle. Starters are calling the boys to the block. And in this heat 3 of 4, the boys 200-yard freestyle. Lane 1, Matthew Pointer, Tippecanoe. Lane 2, Ben Pranger, Tippecanoe. Lane 3, Luke Dobson, Madeira. Lane 4, Grant Doce, Troy Christian. Lane 5, Jackson Burke, Miami Valley. Lane 6, Florian Hemling, Indian Hill. Lane 7, Casey Anderson, Cincinnati Christian. And lane 8, Jimmy Berry from Arcanum. And we have some outside smoke. Matthew Pointer, senior from Tippecanoe, getting out after it here at the halfway point, turning at a 51:58. Very solid first 50, or first 100, apologies. Now, it took a 1:46.742 to make the state meet last year. Definitely on his radar with this early speed, getting out to about a body length and a half lead at the 150 mark with a solid 1:19.56 from Matthew Pointer and Tippecanoe, opening up to a sizable lead. If he can hang on, we're looking at a very, very good swim from him. And we should see a significant drop from his sectional time, a 1:55.91. Second place so far in lane 4, Grant Dolce from Troy Christian, but underneath the flags, looks like we have our heat winner, a 1:49.01. In lane 2, Grant Dolce, a 1:52.16. Very nice time from Matthew, dropping well over 6 seconds, almost 7 seconds from his sectional time. Don't know if they'll make it next year or this year to the state meet, since it took a 1:46.42 last year, but one heck of a swim and one heck of a drop from his sectional time. And here we go to the fourth and final heat of the boys 200 freestyle. In lane 1, Jorge Zelina, Shamanon Julian. Lane 2, Jonah Karshnick, Williamsburg. Lane 3, Will Taylor, Indian Hill. Lane 4, Owen Conley, Waynesville. Lane 5, Luke Paxton, Hamilton Baden. Lane 6, Pierce Katai, Miami Valley. Lane 7, Luke Lehman, Dayton Carroll. Rounding out the field in lane 8, Evan Trout, sophomore from Oakwood. The district meet record set last year by Cody Bybee, a 1:35.99. Again, the top 2 finishers will automatically make the state meet next week. And it took a 1:46.42 to make the meet last year. We got off to a solid start here in the boys 200-yard freestyle. Looks like Owen Conley in lane 4 from Waynesville, opening up early lead, splitting at a 23-2-2, followed closely by Luke Paxton in lane 5. 75 wall. Very good look at the underwater streamline there from the center lanes. Looks like Owen Conley from Waynesville opening up to a nice half body length lead, turning at the halfway point of 48.57. Very nice split by him, followed by Luke Paxton in lane 5, from the sophomore from Hamilton-Baden. Looking very strong. Owen Conley, junior from Waynesville, flipping at a 1:14.58, splitting a 25.99 for his third 50. Very solid swim as he starts to tell him he's picking up the legs. Very nice streamline, getting out past the flags. He's pouring it on, opening up to a very sizable lead now. Looks like Owen Conley, the junior from Waynesville, is going to be our district champion at a 1:40.17. Congratulations, second place, Luke Paxton, sophomore from Hamilton-Baden at a 1:43.40. Our 2 automatic qualifiers, congratulations there. Nice shot of Owen Conley, our 2019 boys 200 freestyle district champion. Looks like, again, the top 7 in that heat all would have made the meet last year, going on the at-large time of the 1:46.42. Another great showing on our second event here, and we will get back to you after the awards.
Coverage of the 2019 OHSAA District Swimming Finals, made possible by PSS Contractors, LLC, the Greater Cincinnati Automobile Dealers Association, the Seven Hills School, Harrison High School Swimming, Mason Swimming and Diving Boosters, St. Xavier Swimming and Diving, in loving memory of Richard and Barbara Thulman, and swimmeet.com.
Would now like to present to you the top 8 in event 63, the boys 200-yard freestyle. Taking 8th this morning, sophomore from Williamsburg, Jonah Karshnick. In 7th, also a sophomore from Dayton Oakwood, Evan Trout. In 6th, he's a senior from Dayton Carroll, Luke Lehman. In 5th, junior from Dayton, Miami Valley, Pierce Katai. Taking 4th this morning, senior from Dayton, Chaminade, Julienne, George Zelina. In a tie for our runner-up spot, junior from Indian Hill, Will Taylor, as well as sophomore from Hamilton Baton, Luke Paxton, both with a time of 1:43.40. And your 2019 district champion in the 200-yard freestyle, a junior from Waynesville with a time of 1:43.16, Owen Connolly. Excuse me, 1:40.17 was his time. And that's your top 8 for the boys 200-yard freestyle. Congratulations.
All right. As Owen Conley, the boys 200 free district champion from Waynesville. And that brings us to the boys 200-yard IM. And it will be very fun to watch in the fourth heat when Owen Conley is going to do one of the most difficult repeats I think I have ever seen in my coverage time. But it brings us to the 200 IM district meet record held by Owen Conley, who just won the 200 free. His district meet record set last year, 1:49.61. It took a 2:01.44 to make the state meet last year. And in this first of 4 heats, lane 1, Sam North, Valley View. Lane 2, Jacob Frazee, Oakwood. Lane 3, Dominic Stiegel, Hamilton Baden. Lane 4, Lucas Lemer, Cincinnati Hills. Lane 5, Jack McMakin, Tippecanoe. Lane 6, David Walker, Yellow Springs. Lane 7, Alex Berkey, Tippecanoe. Lane 8, Joe Lair, Archbishop Alter. And lane 9, Evan Vanskarak from Versailles. That's the early lead. We have in lane 5, Jack McMakin. The sophomore from Tippecanoe. The thing we'll notice in this 200 IM, with all 4 strokes being swam in this event, it's always interesting to see the lead changes, where you'll have some boys with a very strong backstroke and butterfly and backstroke. The first 2 legs might not have a very strong butterfly length, and we might see some lead changes, and always makes it fun to see who has the most energy left to bring it home. Right now, bunched up in the middle of the pool, we have Lucas Limer from Cincinnati Hills, touching with a 1:43.59 with a 4:39.11 breaststroke split. Very solid split out of him. Coming off that wall, he's opening up a little bit of a lead here in this first heat of the boys 200 individual medley. And underneath the flags, with a very strong finish, looks like Lucas Lamer would manage to hold on with a time of 2:13.60, dropping 3 seconds from his sectional time. Very nice performance for Lucas, the freshman from Cincinnati Hills. Hear the whistle, bringing the second heat of 4 for the boys 200-yard individual medley. we're off. Second heat of 4, the boys 200 individual medley. Lane 1, Logan Casing, Madeira. Lane 2, Peter Cagnaro, Madeira. Lane 3, Nate Kammerer, Eaton. Lane 4, Lucas Davis, Shawnee. Lane 5, Michael Philippe, Franklin. Lane 6, John Westfelder, Indian Hill. Lane 7, Elijah Joyce, Dayton Christian. Lane 8, Colin Crank, Hamilton Baden. And out to the early lead in lane 5, looks like Michael Philippe, the junior from Franklin. Very nice butterfly split. Coming into the halfway mark, make that very crucial backstroke to breaststroke turn. Our leader, Michael Philippe, a junior from Franklin, turning at a 58.82. Very nice early speed. 2:01.44 made the state meet last year. The goal time these early heats are looking for. Again, with the top 2 finishers of this event automatically qualifying for the state meet up in Canton next weekend. Still hanging on to his early speed, Michael Philippe, the junior from Franklin, holding on after the breaststroke leg, splitting a 39.25 out in the 138.07 with a slight lead by Nate Kramer from Eaton. Looks like we're going to have a very good race coming home. See them with a 25 left. Looks like Kramer in 3, Philippe in 5. Underneath the flags, it's like Michael Philippe is going to get touched out there at the very end by Nate Kramer. 2:08.92. Very nice swim by Nate. Dropping about 4 seconds from his sectional time. You can see he's very pleased there. Very great sign of sportsmanship. Congratulating Lucas Davis. And that brings us to the the third heat. 2 heats left of the boys' 200-yard individual medley. And in lane 1, Noah Weber, West Carrollton. Lane 2, Adam Sherman, Hamilton Baden. Lane 3, Gabian, Indian Hill. Lane 4, Logan Brown, Chaminade Julian. Lane 5, Jordan Davis, Wilmington. Lane 6, Christopher Maring, Seven Hills. Lane 7, Dylan Day, Kenton Ridge. And lane 8, Quinn Nyberg, Wyoming. Out to the early lead, we have Jordan Davis. This is where, with these final 2 heats, we will start seeing some times. So we'll try to hit that 2:01.44 time that made the meet last year. And in the early lead from lane 5, Jordan Davis, the freshman from Wilmington, splitting a 56.22. Looks like we have a nice bunch of 4 here for the breaststroke. All of a sudden, Adam Sherman, junior from Hamilton Baden, putting on a very good breaststroke split. If Sherman can hold on, if he can bring it home here, his breaststroke split of 32.59 at a 130.8 puts him in a very good position to try to get under that 2:01.44 at-large bid from last year. Looking very good with a 25 left. Adam Sherman, from a junior from Hamilton Baden, looking very good this last 100 of his 2IM, touching at a 1:59.70. Very nice swim. In second place, and the time of 2:01.69. 2:01.87 was Logan Brown, the sophomore for Chaminade Julian, but very nice swim by Adam Sherman, getting under 2 minutes at a 1:59.70. Congratulations, and that brings us to our fourth and final heat of the boys 200 individual medley. In lane 1, George Eng, the senior from Seven Hills. Lane 2, Will Ford, sophomore from Indian Hill. Lane 3, Calvin Wise, the junior from Greenon, Calvin Wise. Lane 4, who was our district champion the last event in the 200 freestyle, one of the most impressive back-to-back swims I think I'm going to witness. Owen Conley, who also is a district meet record holder in this event set last year, the junior from Waynesville, Owen Conley. Lane 5, Anthony Boyce, junior from Oakwood. Lane 6, Ian Mikesell, senior from Marymount. Lane 7, Josh Pearson, junior from Indian Hill. And rounding out the field in lane 8, Brooks Olson, the freshman from Bishop Fenwick. Well, what we saw in the prior heat, Adam Sherman definitely put up a time with that 1:59.70. Put this final heat on notice, but be very curious to watch Owen Conley, see if he can defend his district championship from last year. And his district meet record from last year was a 1:49.61. Coming off his district championship swim of the 200 free, it will be very, very exciting to see how he's done with the warm down pool and out to some easy speed. Turning first at a 24.26. Very nice turn and breakout there. In second place, Calvin Wise. Still opening up to a body length and a half lead. Defending champion Owen Conley. Turning with a 52.44, 28.1 backstroke split. See how Owen can hang on for the breaststroke out to a commanding lead to defend his championship title from last year. Giving chase, Nathan Boyce down in lane 5, and Calvin Wise above in lane 3. Giving chase in the breaststroke, but still looks like it's Owen Conley's race to lose. Coming in at the breaststroke turn at a 1:26.62 with a 34.1 breaststroke. So very nice swim by Owen. Looking like a very, very impressive back-to-back district championship performance getting put on by Aaron Conley here with easy speed, getting underneath the flags, long stroke, getting to the wall, 1:54.19. Very nice swim. A little bit off his district meet record time of last year, but congratulations to Owen Conley, the junior from Waynesville, touching in a time of 1:54.19, our district champion. One of the most impressive back-to-back district championship performances I've seen coming off the 200 free, but a very good swim to Calvin Wise with a 1:57.30 in second place. And it looks like the top 7 finishers in that heat got under. And we also had from the heat before Adam Sherman, that 1:59, very impressive display of 200 individual medleys. And we will be coming back to you after the awards.
Coverage of the 2019 OHSAA District Swimming Finals. Made possible by PSS Contractors, LLC. The Greater Cincinnati Automobile Dealers Association, the Seven Hills School, Harrison High School Swimming, Mason Swimming and Diving Boosters, St. Xavier Swimming and Diving, in loving memory of Richard and Barbara Thulman, and swimmeet.com.
Last year, it took a 2:01:44 to qualify for the state meet. We had 7 swimmers under that time from last year. Today's awards will be presented by the head coach from Waynesville, Miss Veronica Cassidy. Finishing in 8th place, a sophomore from Indian Hill, Will Ford. Finishing in 7th place, a junior from Indian Hill, Josh Pearson. Our 6th place finisher is a junior from Hamilton-Baden, Adam Sherman. Finishing in 5th place, a senior from Seven Hills, George Eng. Finishing in 4th place, a senior from Marymount, Ian Mikesell. Our 3rd place finisher is a junior from Dayton Oakwood, Nathan Boyce. Finishing in 2nd place and earning an automatic berth to Canton next week with a time of 1:57.30, a junior from Springfield Greenon, Calvin Wise. And our 2019 district champ, again, defending his title and completing an unprecedented 200 free, 200 IM double already this morning. In 1st place with a time of 1:54.19, a junior from Waynesville, Owen Conley. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it, your top 8 finishers in the 200 IM. Congratulations, men.
And we are back. Congratulations again to Owen Conley, our district champion in the 200 individual medley. Time of 54.19, and our 2nd place automatic qualifier of Calvin Wise. This brings us to the sprint event, boys 50 freestyle. Lane 1, Armin Krikorian. Lane 2, Ike Wickstrom. Lane 3, Jonah Mikesell. Lane 4, Aaron Scholl. Lane 5, Connor Moore. Lane 6, Cole Foster. Lane 7, Tommy Tower. Lane 8, Stephen Young. And lane 9, Jesse Foley. And our Heat 1 winner, Aaron Scholl. Time of 23:46. Congratulations to Aaron. Again, we have 4 heats of this boys 50 freestyle. District meet record set last year by Adam Chaney of 20.57. And in this heat 2 of 4, boys 50 freestyle, Kevin Spade, lane 2, Jack Derrick, lane 3, Landon Turner, lane 4, William Minot, lane 5, Rylan Quigley, lane 6, Joshua Andrews, lane 7, Ryan Bragg, and lane 8, Ryan Haynes. In the center of the pool, touching first, Ryan Quigley. 23.14. It took a 22.40 to make the state meet last year. Should start seeing possibly a couple of the boys in this next heat. with 2 heats to go, the 50 freestyle. In lane 1, Sebastian Agora. Lane 2, Ian McQuarrie. Lane 3, Nathan Monte. Lane 4, Brady Horan. Lane 5, Sam Todd. Lane 6, DeLeon Bates. Lane 7, Seth Thomas. Lane 8, Sarius Anand. And under the flags, touching first in lane 6, DeLeon Bates, sophomore from Seven Hills, touching it at 23 flat. Very nice, a little bit over a half a second drop from his sectional time. And that is bringing us to the 4th and final heat here of the boys 50 freestyle. In lane 1, Justin Schmidt, senior from Dayton Carroll. Lane 2, Tyler Gregory, the sophomore from Eaton. Lane 3, Ricky Duggan, senior from Wilmington. Lane 4, Coral Condon, senior from DeSales. Lane 5, Dan Edmondson, sophomore, Indian Hill. Lane 6, Devin Edwards, junior from Indian Hill. Lane 7, Sam Pettengill, sophomore, Cincinnati Country Day. And rounding out the field in lane 8, Spencer Boyd, the junior from Seven Hills. The district meet record in this event, 20.57, set last year by Adam Chaney. It took a 22.40 to make the state meet last year, a time that this entire field is going to be shooting for. And off to a clean start. With this up and back race, please don't blink. Looks like we are very tight here at the opening turn. Very good shot of the swimmer streamlining under the water, which is so important for this 50. Looks like opening up in the middle of the pool. Cole Condon reaching in, touching first with a time of 21.78. Cole Condon, our district champion, at 21.78. Congratulations there, Cole. And touching second, our other automatic qualifier, Devin Edwards, the junior from Indian Hill. Such a close race. We got a nice replay showing all but a fingernail separating them by under a tenth of a second. Separating Cole Condon and Devin Edwards, our 2 automatic qualifiers from our Southwest District in the boys 50 freestyle. Always exciting, and we will be back right after the awards.
Coverage of the 2019 OHSAA District Swimming Finals. Made possible by PSS Contractors, LLC. The Greater Cincinnati Automobile Dealers Association. The Seven Hills School. Harrison High School Swimming. Mason Swimming and Diving Boosters. St. Xavier Swimming and Diving. In loving memory of Richard and Barbara Thulman. And swimmeet.com.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we would now like to present to you your top 8 finishers for event 65, the boys 50-yard freestyle. These awards will be presented by Indian Hill coach Brandon Voorhees. And taking 8th place this morning, a senior from Dayton Carroll, Justin Schmidt. In 7th, he's a sophomore from Indian Hill, Dan Edmondson. In 6th, junior from Seven Hills, Spencer Boyd. In 5th, sophomore from Eaton, Tyler Gregory. In fourth, senior from Wilmington, Ricky Dungan. In third, sophomore from Cincinnati Country Day, Sam Pettengill. Your district runner-up and earning an automatic bid to Canton with a time of 21:85 is a junior from Indian Hill, Devin Edwards. And your 2019 district champion in the 50-yard freestyle with a time of 21:78, senior from Versailles, Cole Condon. And again, congratulations to our top 8 finishers for the boys 50-yard freestyle. Great job, gentlemen.
All right, and we are back. Congratulations to Cole Condon, the boys 50 free district champion, and Devin Edwards, the other automatic qualifier. Brings us to the boys 100 butterfly. The district meet record set by Cody Bybee of 47.70 last year. In lane 1 of heat 1 of 4, Colin Crank, Hamilton Baden. Lane 2, Zach Mertz, Dayton Carroll. Lane 3, Luke Lenti, Clinton Massey. Lane 4, George Putoff, Bishop Fenwick. Lane 5, Braden Dunway, Kenton Ridge. Lane 6, Davis Schmidt, Marymount. Lane 7, Zach Broussard, Hamilton Baden. And lane 8, Evan Atwell, freshman from Catholic Central. And in the center of the pool, looks like George Putoff, the freshman from Bishop Fenwick, is going to be our heat winner in a 56.24. Very solid, dropping about 2 seconds from his sectional meet time posted last week. Congratulations. Just a bit off from the 53.65 it took to make the state meet last year. And the starter blows the whistle to bring up the second heat of 4, this boys 100 butterfly. And in lane 1, Shay Shuggs, Roger Bacon. Lane 2, Philip Forbes, Marymount. Lane 3, Grant Dolce, Troy Christian. Lane 4, Mason Wilkson, Chaminade Julian. Lane 5, A.J. Vibberts, Cincinnati Hills. Lane 6, Jackson Burke, Miami Valley. Lane 7, Maxwell Shera, Wyoming. And lane 8, Andrew Bast, Shawnee. Now we have a battle in lane 3, Grant Dolcett. And lane 7, Maxwell Shera. Coming off the wall with about 15 meters left. Looks like in lane 3, Grant Dolcett, senior from Troy Christian, is going to get to his hand on the wall first here. Is a 54.05. Very nice swim. Very nice swim from Grant there, the senior from Troy Christian. Dropping about 2.5 seconds from his time from sectionals last week. And this brings us to the third of 4 heats of the boys 100-yard butterfly. And again, it took a 53.65 to make the state meet last year. And in lane 1, Casey Anderson, Cincinnati Christian. Lane 2, Gabe Yin, Indian Hill. Lane 3, Jackson Comer, Marymount. Lane 5, Tim Kalin, Seven Hills. Lane 5, Tommy McCrary, Bethel Tate. Lane 6, Jordan Davis, Wilmington. Lane 7, Will Ford, Indian Hill. And lane 8, Jack McMakin, Tippecanoe. And at the halfway point, looks like we have a battle in the middle of the pool between Jackson Comer and Tim Kalin.
53.6 was the magic number last year. They're looking to get
Took a 53.65 to make the state meet last year. Looks like in lane 4, Tim Kalin, sophomore from Seven Hills, is going to touch first with a 52.69. Very nice time. Very nice time by Tim.
We're ready for the final heat in the 100 butterfly.
And also Jackson Comer touching in a 53.01. Both getting under what it took to make the state meet last year. Now they're going to have to play a waiting game as we get ready for the 4th and final heat of the boys 100-yard butterfly. In lane 1, the junior from Greenon, Calvin Wise. Lane 2, Cole Condon, senior from Versailles. Lane 3, Kevin Liebold, senior from Archbishop Alter. Lane 4, Greg Kalin, senior from Seven Hills. Lane 5, Luke Paxton, sophomore from Hamilton Baden. Lane 6, Jonah Karshnick, the sophomore from Williamsburg. Lane 7, Pierce Kate, junior from Miami Valley. And in lane 8, Travis Schmidt, the senior from Dayton Carroll. Again, district meet record was set last year by Cody Bybee at a 47.70. Time it took to make the state meet last year, 53.65. We had a couple very impressive swims from the 3rd heat. They will be sitting and watching anxiously Tim and Jackson from the prior heat. As we can see this 4th and final heat behind the blocks, waiting for the starter's whistle to bring them up. And we are off in this 4th and final heat of the boys 100 butterfly.
first time in the district meet, and they had success in other events at the state level last year. Kalin, though, our early leader, the lead record was set last year.
And in the center of the pool, Greg Kalin, the senior from Seven Hills, off to a strong start. Here turning at the halfway point of a 22.89. Followed closely by Kevin Leibold in lane 3. Looks like we have a bunch in the center of the pool here at the 75 turn. Showing a very good underwater shot there. Thank you very much for our camera crew. Always doing a great job today. And we're underneath the flags. Looks like it's going to be Greg Kalin touching first at a time of 49.10. Congratulations to our new district champion, Greg Kalin, followed in lane 3 for the second automatic qualifying time of Kevin Leibold from Archbishop Alter, getting second place now, 49.49. We can see the replay here. Nice, easy finish. Congratulations to our 2 automatic qualifiers. And we had a very good job of the top 8 in that heat would have qualified for the state meet last year, so we will all sit and wait, and we will eagerly anticipate the awards ceremony, and we will be back right after that.
Coverage of the 2019 OHSAA District Swimming Finals. Made possible by PSS Contractors, LLC. The Greater Cincinnati Automobile Dealers Association. The Seven Hills School. Harrison High School Swimming. Mason Swimming and Diving Boosters. St. Xavier Swimming and Diving. In loving memory of Richard and Barbara Thulman. And swimmeet.com.
There they are, your top 8 finishers. Our awards this morning will be presented by Don Relag and Tim Frazier from CHCA. Finishing in 8th place, he's a sophomore from Seven Hills, Tim Kalin. Finishing in 7th place, a junior from Springfield Greenon, was Calvin Wise. Our 6th place finisher is a sophomore from Williamsburg, Jonah Karshnick. Finishing in 5th place, a junior from Miami Valley, Pierce Katai. Our 4th place finisher is a senior from Versailles, Cole Condon. Finishing in 3rd place, a sophomore from Hamilton Baden, Luke Paxton. Our district runner-up earns an automatic spot to Canton next week. He's a senior from Kettering Alter, Kevin Libo. And our 2019 Southwest District Champion with a time of 49.10, a senior from Seven Hills, Greg Kalin. Ladies and gentlemen, there you are, your top 8 finishers in the 100 butterfly. Congratulations, men.
And there we have the top 8 finishers for the boys 100 butterfly. Congratulations to Greg Kalin, our district champion at a 49.10, and congratulations also to our other automatic qualifier, Kevin Leibold. And it was a great bunch of swims. 10 swimmers in that last race. The top 10 finishers all got under what it took to take it to the state meet last year. So it'll be a very anxious waiting game, which will lead us to the next event. The boys 100-yard freestyle. The district meet record set by Sam Vester of 45.86. Last year, it took a 48.82 to make the state meet. That'll give us a good target for what these boys are going to be shooting for. Again, there are 4 heats of this 100 freestyle. And we are sitting here anxiously awaiting for the starter's whistle to bring everyone to the blocks. Looks like they're discussing something with the timing system. Some technical difficulties, I'm sure. We're moving through this race quite quickly, so they're probably just giving the athletes a little bit more time to rest. One thing that was very interesting about that last event, still can't get over the fact that there were actually 10 swimmers that would have qualified for the state meet. Just kind of goes to show how strong this district is in southwestern Ohio and how many swimmers we get to advance to the state meet in Canton. Such a great representation of swimming from this area. And now we have the whistle, and we will be getting started with the boys 100-yard freestyle. And in lane 1, Nathan Fear, Legacy Christian. Lane 2, Sawyer Shoe, New Richmond. Lane 3, Luke Martin, West Carrollton. Lane 4, Connor Moore, Wyoming. Lane 5, Jack Dertrick, Versailles. Lane 6, Sebastian Gongora, Chaminade Julian. Lane 7, Gabe Allen, Franklin. Lane 8, Keenan McCormick, Bellbrook. And lane 8, Andrew Vest, Shawnee. Out to the early lead. In lane 6, Sebastian Gongora. junior from Salmon Julian. Looks like he's coming under the flags. Going to be our Heat 1 heat winner for the boys 100 freestyle, touching at a 52-24. Dropping almost 2.5 seconds from his sectional time. Congratulations, there's Sebastian. Very nice. As the boys are getting out of the pool, it's bringing us to the second of 4 heats of the boys 100-yard freestyle. And in lane 1, Cameron Bolin, Greenville. Lane 2, Sam Todd, Miami Valley. Lane 3, David Walker, Yellow Springs. Lane 4, Aaron Scholl, Eaton. Lane 5, Matthew Pointer, Tippecanoe. Lane 6, Evan Attell, Catholic Central. Lane 7, Stephen Young, Arcanum. And lane 8, Andrew Haynes, Dayton Christian. And in the middle of the pool, looks like Matthew Pointer, lane 5, the senior from Tippecanoe, out to the early lead. Opening up to almost a body length and a half lead here. Going to be our Heat 2 winner in lane 5, Matthew Pointer, touching at a 50.00. Very nice exactly 3-second drop from his sectional time. I don't know what the odds are, but to go 53.00 and then a week later doing 50.00, I don't know, to get the tenths and hundredths that exact, that's really something. Boy, oh boy. Leads us to Heat 3. And in this Heat 3 of 4, the boys 100 freestyle, Rylan Quigley, Oakwood. Lane 2, Jack Proctor, Hamilton Baden. Lane 3, Owen Norwell, Indian Hill. Lane 4, Justin Schmidt, Dayton Carroll. Lane 5, Tyler Gregory, Eaton. Lane 6, Ryan Bragg, Indian Lake. Lane 7, Dillion Bates, Seven Hills. And lane 8, Brandon Moore, Tip City Bethel. We have a pretty even heat here, but outside smoke in lane 8, Brandon Moore, senior from Tip City Bethel. Out with the early lead. Outside smoke, lane 8 trying to hold on. Brandon Moore touching first with a 49.60. Very nice swim from lane 8. The senior from Tip City Bethel, Brandon Moore, touching a 49.60. Congratulations to Brandon, and this brings us to the 4th and final heat of the boys 100 freestyle. In lane 1, William Kelly, junior from Waynesville. Lane 2, Spencer Boyd, the junior from Seven Hills. Lane 3, Dan Edmondson, sophomore, Indian Hill. Lane 4, Devin Edwards, junior from Indian Hill. Lane 5, David Stevenson, senior from Madeira. Lane 6, Nick Bullis, junior, Indian Hill. Lane 7, Brady Horgan, sophomore from Nick Nicholas. And in lane 8, William Meone, junior from Wyoming. The district meet record was set back in 2015. Sam Vester holds that distinction with a 45.86. It took a 48.82 to make the state meet last year. Now way off. We have a very clean start with this boys 100 freestyle. And heading into the first turn at the 25, looks like we have an early lead of Devin Edwards, a junior from Indian Hill. Nice bunch, but looks like the halfway mark, Devin Edwards touching at 23.10. The junior from Indian Hill with Bunch of other swimmers giving chase here. Good underwater shot here at the 75 with the 25 to go. Looks like it's still Devin Edwards holding on underneath the flags. It does look like Devin Edwards, our district champion in the boys 100 freestyle, in a 48:09. And in second place, David Stevenson, the senior from Madeira, our other automatic qualifier for the state meet. Very nice swim by Devin and David. And congratulating each other. Always a nice show of sportsmanship here in the Southwest District. And we will be back for the big distance event, the 500 free, right after the awards.
Coverage of the 2019 OHSAA District Swimming Finals. Made possible by PSS Contractors, LLC. The Greater Cincinnati Automobile Dealers Association. The Seven Hills School. Harrison High School Swimming. Mason Swimming and Diving Boosters. St. Xavier Swimming and Diving. In loving memory of Richard and Barbara Thulman. And swimmeet.com.
Your top 8 for event 67, the boys 100-yard freestyle. And presenting the awards today, from Bellbrook, Coach Rob Johnson. In 8th today, he's a senior from Tippecanoe, Matthew Pointer. In 7th, junior from Seven Hills, Spencer Boyd. In 6th, he's a senior from Bethel, Brandon Moore. In 5th, junior from Indian Hill, Nick Bullis. In 4th, a sophomore, also from Indian Hill, Dan Edmondson. In 3rd place, a junior from Waynesville, William Kelly. Your district runner-up, he's a senior from Madeira with a time of 48.60, David Stevenson. And your 2019 district champion in the 100-yard freestyle, he's a junior from Indian Hill with a 48:09, Devin Edwards. And congratulations to the top 8 finishers in the boys 100-yard freestyle. Great job, gentlemen.
All right, and congratulations again to Devin Edwards, the junior from Indian Hill, who is our boys 100 freestyle Division II district champion in a 48:09. And David Stevenson, our other automatic qualifier, the senior from Madeira, will be representing our district going to the state meet next week. And now, the event we've all been waiting for, the boys 500 freestyle, the distance event, the grinder. It's what makes men men and women after them. The district meet record set in 2014 by Barack Turner, posting a time of 4:25:59. And It took a 4:57.21 to make the state meet last year, something all these boys are going to be shooting for who cannot make the top 2 automatic finishers. And as we see, the boys eagerly awaiting to get started on their 20-length extravaganza. Checking out the nice friends of the boys. Always good to find a friend to hold the counter for you. There you look at that. TV time and everything. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Sign up to count for your friend and get on TV. Everything a good 500 free has to offer. Because we have been swimming so fast here, apparently, we have another break in the action just to give some timers the ability to rest. I think the stopwatches were starting to smoke because of all the fast swimming that's been going on here. And so we have, I think, a thumb cramp happening in lane 2. So we will hope that some hydration will happen. And thankfully, we have. We're checking our Twitter feed, seeing how the other districts are performing. You know, as it's the hashtag Waycross on Twitter, at Waycross on Twitter. You can follow us, tell us how we're doing, the excellent underwater shots, and everything that brings the wonderful coverage that our team puts together. We do it for the love of the sport and everything that this district gives to the state. But yes, as we are going to have lots of airtime, we can see the fans kicking back, resting for this big, exciting first heat of the 500 freestyle. And now the swimmers are getting still anxious, you know, knowing that they have a 20-length extravaganza, getting ready, wishing it was a 50 free, but knowing they have more energy to spend, getting the whistle, getting onto the blocks. The first heat of 4 in this boys 500 freestyle. And we are off. And a very important clean start to the boys 500 freestyle. In lane 1, Rusty Lewis, the senior from Madeira. Lane 2, Evan Papina, junior from Hamilton Baden. Lane 3, Matthew Mahan, the freshman from Kenton Ridge. Lane 4, Wesley Burt, junior from Clinton Massey. Lane 5, Will Brossert, sophomore from Hamilton Baden. Lane 6, Sam North, the senior from Valley View. Lane 7, James Martin, sophomore from Hamilton Baden. And lane 8, Alec Schuler, sophomore from Hamilton Ross. And it looks like starting in the middle of the pool at the first 100. We have a battle brewing at the first 100 between Wesley Vert and Will Brossert, flipping it 1 minute, 0.7. And we are shooting for times under the 5-minute mark that made the state meet last year. But it's always a good experience for the swimmers in these early heats. A lot of them will be underclassmen and looking for experience for the following years when they come back to try to get qualification times into the state meet. But flipping here, Wesley Vert, the early lead, trying to extend that, flipping it at 33.51 for his last 50 split. Now, with the 20 lengths of this event, you will see some different swimming strategies. Some swimmers will choose to go out very quickly and try to hold on, whereas some other swimmers will try to go out a little easier and bring back the second half of the race quicker than the first, calling it a negative split. But right now at the 200, looks like Wesley Vert turned at a 2:08.35. And looks like lane 3, Matthew Mahan, the freshman from Kenton Ridge, is at the halfway point here at the 250-yard mark. Looks like Matthew Mahan is taking control of the race, splitting a 33.59 and a 2 minutes 42.02 second halfway 250-yard split. Very nice close-up there of his turn. Potentially seeing one of the strategies implemented by Matthew here, flipping here at the 300 at 3 minutes 15:59. Another 33.57 split for the 50. Took it out a little easier, and now he's trying to maintain that 33.5 second 50 split. Looking very good. We'll try to extend it out. But Wesley Vert, junior from Clinton Massey, not giving up. And now Will Brossart, sophomore from Hamilton Baden, wanting to get into the mix with 150 yards to go. But Matthew Mahan splitting a 34.64 that last 50. Still anybody's race. Heading in to the last 100 yards. Looks like we still have Matthew Mahan in lane 3. Wesley Vert not giving up, flipping at the turn at 4:24.41. Matthew Mahan splitting at 34.1. Wesley Vert at last 50 at a 33.76, trying to get it done. With a 75 yards left, coming into the ever exciting bell turn that signifies the last 50 meters. Looks like Wesley Vert's trying to pour it on here at the end at the bell lap. Very nice turn, splitting a 32.93. Trying to pull ahead, now opening up to a half a body length lead over Matthew Mahan. And Will Brossart in lane 5, trying to hold on to third place there. Looks like Wesley Vert from the initial speed to bringing it home well. Congratulations, Wesley, our Heat 1 winner, the junior from Clinton Massey, touching first in a 5:27.93. Very nice 9-second drop from his sectional time. Congratulations. Second place was Matthew Mahan, the freshman from Canton Ridge, hitting with a time of 5:31.36. At 20 lengths of the pool, the boys are a little tired getting out. That's all right. We're waiting for a final swimmer to wrap up here. All right. And that's bringing us to the second heat of 4 for the boys 500 freestyle. Seeing some congratulations. Very good swim in that first heat. Lots of times dropped from the sectionals the meet before. The Whistle is bringing the second heat of 4 of the boys 500 freestyle to the block. And in the second heat of 4, the boys 500 freestyle, Zach Mertz, junior from Dayton Carroll. Lane 2, Adam Johnson, senior, Bellbrook. Lane 3, Isaac Moore, junior from Dayton Stevers. Lane 4, George Putoff, freshman, Bishop Fenwick. Lane 5, Ryan Ryder, freshman from Roger Bacon. Lane 6, Will Fashstock, sophomore, Marymount. Lane 7, Carlos Bedell, sophomore, Greenville. And lane 8, Alex Ensley, senior from Norwood. And much like prior heat, looks like we have in the early lead in lane 4, center of the pool, George Putoff, the freshman from Bishop Fenwick, flipping it at 55.70. Second place, Isaac Moore, 56.01. Very nice, easy speed there by the two boys, showing at the turn. Very nice streamline off the wall. Knowing we still have a nice bit of race left at the 150-yard mark. George Putoff turning first, splitting at a 126.17. And Isaac Moore trying to hang on during the draft, which you might see in this race, especially these more distance events. Someone gets out in the head, as we're seeing with George Putoff. Isaac Moore is pulling up closer to that lane rope, trying to get a nice little draft, trying to save some energy. We'll see if he can put that together to bring a nice home kick like we saw from Wesley Vert in the heat prior. But as of right now, George Putoff coming into the halfway point of this boys 500 freestyle, starting to open up a little bit more in the body length lead on the field. The flags at the halfway point, George Putoff turning at a 226.90. Last 50 is a 30.26. Very nice split at the halfway point. It took a 457.21 to make the state meet last year. So he's setting himself up to be within striking distance of that. If he can hold on this pace, the way he's opening up at the 300-yard mark here, coming into the 300 turn, he's looking very good, turning at a 257.62, a 30.72 split. Puts him at a decent spot. If he can hopefully hang on and get a good kick to come home, he might be within fighting shot of that 457.21. It'll be interesting to see how he does, especially now opening up the lead that he has on the field. We're trying to keep that motivation and drive. And he's really arguably almost swimming by himself for this 500. Flipping it at 31.18. Dropped off a little bit that 50. But all right, but still putting up one tremendous time compared to what the freshman George Putoff did in sectionals last week. Looks like George Putoff and Isaac Moore, the first two swimmers in this event, really pulling away from the rest of the pool, but turning it at 4 minutes, .41 for George Putoff, a 31.61 at the 400-yard mark. If he holds on, he might have a fighting chance to get under the coveted 5-minute mark. He should be well ahead of the 5 minutes, 16 seconds that he put up last week at the sectional meet. Starting to coming under the flags for the bell lap. Trying to really fire in the kick there. Trying to keep his stroke as long as and soft as possible. Heading into the very last turn. What every 500 freestyler likes seeing, the double orange boxes signifying the last flip that you will be doing for the home stretch. And underneath the flags, George Putoff, the freshman from Bishop Fenwick, touching in 5 minutes, 0.9 seconds, bringing it home in 29.28. Congratulations to George, dropping 16 seconds from his sectional time. In lane 2, or in second place, apologies. In lane 3, Isaac Moore, the junior from Dayton Stivers. And third place was Carlos Bedell, the sophomore from Greenville. Congratulations to all 8 of those boys for completing their 500 yards. As the starter whistles to bring us to Heat 3. And the starter is bringing the boys in the third heat of 4, this 500-yard freestyle. Now we are off. In lane 1, Preston Troyer, freshman, Legacy Christian. Lane 2, Philip Miller, junior, McNicholas. Lane 3, Brandon Harris, senior, Summit. Lane 4, Ricky Duggan, senior, Wilmington. Lane 5, Logan Brown, sophomore, Chaminade Julian. Lane 6, Philip Forbes, sophomore from Marymount. Lane 7, Brandon Burke, freshman from Hamilton Baden. And lane 8, Zach Hewlett, junior, Bellbrook. And jumping on the first 100 of this 500 freestyle in the center of the pool in lane 4 is Ricky Duggan, the senior from Wilmington, splitting a 51.58. Jumping out with that easy early speed. If he can hold on, we'll definitely give him a shot of hitting that 4 minutes and 57-second mark that made the state meet as an at-large bid last year. Again, the top 2 finishers from all of these events in this Southwest District automatically make the state meet in Canton next week. It's always exciting to try to see some good performances from these early heats that will give chase to the at-large time, because we've always had such a strong representation of our sport here in the Southwest District. And at the 200, Ricky Duggan at a 149.85, splitting a 29.23 for the last 50, really showing his dominance here on the field as we're approaching the halfway mark. And in second place, Logan Brown, the sophomore from Chaminade Julian, trying to pull away from Brandon Harris and Philip Forbes in lanes 3 and 6. But as of right now, at the halfway mark, Ricky Duggan splits a 2 minutes 19.37 with a 29.5 50 split at the 250-yard mark. Looking incredibly well. Coming in at the 300 here. With 200 yards left, Ricky Duggan 249.42, splitting a 30.05. It's been his first split above the 30-second mark. Hopefully he can keep this pace up and split double O's for the rest. He's going to have one heck of a swim, the senior from Wilmington, compared to the 5:05 that he put up from sectionals. Flipping here at the 350, at a 30.47. Possibly getting a little tired here with 150 yards left. It's still setting him up for a really remarkable swim if he can hold on. and most likely come close to getting, will probably get under that 4 minutes and 57-second mark. As he's turning now at 3 minutes 50.30, splitting a 30.41. With a 100 left, putting himself in that great position. Even Logan Brown splitting it a 3:57.94, not to be forgotten. If he can come home under a minute, he will be watching the clock as well in that next heat, trying to get under that 4:57 mark that made it last year. As the bell lap turns, splitting it 30.55, Ricky Dungan, the senior from Wilmington, and Logan Brown splitting at 30.69 at 4:28.66. If he can get a nice last 50 here, left some gas in the tank, he might give a real good shot for getting under that at-large bid from last year. But underneath the flags, we're looking at a great swim from Ricky Dungan, touching at a 450.82, bringing it home at 29.97. Congratulations, Ricky. Followed in second place by Logan Brown, who brought it home in 28.90, giving him a final time of 57.56. Great swims by those top two finishers.
That's my baby.
They'll give those boys in this fourth and final heat something to look at. And something to consider as they're behind the blocks. So now that brings us to the fourth and final heat of the boys 500 freestyle. In lane one, the junior from Indian Hill, Josh Pearson. Lane two, sophomore from Oakwood, Evan Trout. Lane three, Will Taylor, junior from Indian Hill. Lane four, the senior from Archbishop Ulster, top seed, Kevin Leibold. Lane 5, Sam Campbell, the freshman from Oakwood. Lane 6, Nathan Boyce, junior from Oakwood. Lane 7, Luke Lehman, junior, Dayton Carroll. And in lane 8, Cam Bybee, the sophomore from Bellbrook. The district meet record in this event was set by Brock Turner back in 2014 at a 4:25.59. For those of you that follow the D1, the District 1 division, Grant House is the pool record holder. He set that back at the boys' first division when he was swimming from St. Xavier High School at a 4:21.19 back in 2017. I remember watching that race. Tremendous swim by Grant. But right now, we have the fourth and final heat of the boys 500 freestyle. We're off to a clean start. I would anticipate we'll see a very good race out of the center of the pool. Being Kevin Leibold. Getting off that very good underwater on that first turn. We're seeing with this 500 freestyle with 20 laps. We got a long way, and we don't want to burn out too easy. It's probably what a lot of these coaches are telling their athletes. We can see nice, long, easy stroke there by our leader, Kevin Leibold, going out in a 24.5 with the opening 50. And underneath the flags here, going into the first 100, and Kevin Leibold at a 51.66, turning first, followed by Sam Campbell in fifth place, possibly doing a little bit of that drafting, hugging the lane line there, trying to save a little bit of energy. Right now, opening up a nice lead, Kevin Leibold, the senior from Archbishop Ulster, splitting a 27.57, trying to break that draft by Sam Campbell there in lane 5, who split a 28.03. Nice view of that underwater shot where these athletes are trying to conserve as much energy as possible with that good streamlining off the turns. When you're doing 20 lengths, any little bit of energy savings is also always helpful. Here at the 200 mark, Kevin Leibold, a 146.83, splitting a 27.60. Very nice opening 200 yards. Followed by Sam Campbell. Two of them are really opening up a very good pace on the rest of the field. It looks like building up to have a solid race for third. Out of lane 3, Will Taylor and Nathan Boyce, and lane 7, Luke Lyman, and bunched up there for third place. And everybody in this heat still splitting under 30 seconds, splitting 29 mids, which is going to give them all, holding this pace, a really good shot to be under that 4:57.21 that it took to make the state meet last year. The halfway mark, Kevin Leibold still holding pace. Looking very good here. Looking at the 350-yard mark. Still maintaining 27.66 for his 50 splits. Very impressive swim out of Kevin, with Sam Campbell holding on to second place with a 28.84. Moving up slowly, Will Taylor with a 28.4 split in lane 3. Possibly having a little bit left in the tank to try to get into that, work his way into that second automatic qualifying position. We'll see what he can do, but worst case, he's definitely set himself out there in lane 3. Will Taylor for the third place spot, splitting Kevin Leibold 3:37.91 to 400. Looking really nice and long. Lengthening his stroke as we get to the bell lap. With 50 yards to go, Kevin Leibold splitting at 27.65, really setting himself up for a nice swim. And Sam Campbell with a 28.85, followed by Will Taylor, another solid 50 split at 28.58. Still giving chase with a strong finish. I don't know if he's going to have enough room here in this last 25 yards. It certainly will be a time that will qualify him. And touching first, Kevin Leibold with a 4:31.79. Congratulations to Kevin, our district champion. And Sam Campbell in second place, clinching that second automatic qualifying spot for the state meet with a 4:40.96. Congratulations to you both. A well swam 20 lengths to the pool. And again, even with Cam Bybee, who placed 8 in lane 8 in that heat, he even got under that 4:57 mark that it took to make the state meet with his 4:55. Great swim all around by all those 8. It will be a waiting game for them all as we wait to see what the other districts have. And after the awards, we will bring it back for the free relays.
Coverage of the 2019 OHSAA District Swimming Finals. Made possible by PSS Contractors, LLC. The Greater Cincinnati Automobile Dealers Association. The Seven Hills School. Harrison High School Swimming. Mason Swimming and Diving Boosters. St. Xavier Swimming and Diving. In loving memory of Richard and Barbara Thulman. And swimmeet.com.
Okay, here they come, your top 8 finishers in the 500 freestyle. Another good year in this event for the Southwest District. We had 9 swimmers under last year's last at-large qualifying time of 4:57.21. Our awards this afternoon will be presented by Audrey Martin from Oakwood. Finishing in 8th place, a junior from Indian Hill, Josh Pearson. Our 7th place finisher is a senior from Wilmington, Ricky Dungan. Finishing in 6th place, a sophomore from Dayton Oakwood, Evan Trout. Our 5th place finisher is a junior from Dayton Oakwood, Nathan Boyce. Finishing in 4th place, a senior from Dayton Carroll, Luke Lehman. Finishing in 3rd place was a junior from Indian Hill, Will Taylor. Our runner-up is a freshman from Dayton Oakwood, and he's an automatic qualifier for the state meet next week, Sam Campbell. And our 2019 Southwest District champion with a time of 4:31.79, a senior from Archbishop Alter, Kevin Leibold. Ladies and gentlemen, there they are, your top 8 finishers in the 500 freestyle. Congratulations, boys.
All right, relay time event 69.
And
the boys
we are back.
200-yard freestyle relay.
Congratulations
This
to
is
Kevin
one of
Leibold,
3.
the senior from Archbishop Alter with a 500 free winning time of 4:31.79. Sam Campbell, our other automatic qualifier in the boys 500 freestyle. That brings us to the sprint relay, the boys 200 free. And in this first heat of 3, the boys 200-yard freestyle relay, Valley View, lane 2, Roger Bacon, lane 3, Cincinnati Country Day, lane 4, New Richmond, lane 5, Summit, lane 6, Cincinnati Hills, lane 7, Archbishop Alter, lane 8, Norwood, and lane 9, Greenville. And here, getting out to the early lead, team from Summit, opening the split of 23:43. Turning, trying to maintain the lead there in lane 5, the relay team from Summit. At the halfway mark, opening up about a body length and a half lead with a good solid exchange at a 24:88. This is the second swimmer from Summit's relay split. Now it looks like there's a battle for second place between New Richmond and Cincinnati Hills in lanes 4 and 6. Trying to hold on to that body length lead. The team from Summit with the last exchange, fourth swimmer entering the pool. 26:06 was the relay split from the third swimmer from Summit. So it looks like the team from New Richmond in lane 4 having a solid anchor leg, followed closely by the team from lane 3, Cincinnati Country Day, having a very good last relay split out of lane 3. Probably going to get on his hand on the wall, and ended up touching first. Cincinnati Country Day touching first out of lane 3 of a 1:38.82. splitting a 21.83 on the end. Very, very good swim. The team from Cincinnati Country Day. It's bringing us to heat 2 of 3. But as we can see here in the replay, the anchor fourth leg swimmer from Cincinnati Country Day with a 21.83 split, getting his hand on the wall. In this second heat of 3 in the boys 200-yard freestyle relay, lane 1, Oakbrook, lane 2, Bishop Fenwick, lane 3, Hamilton Baden, lane 4, Bellbrook, lane 5, Tippecanoe, lane 6, Seven Hills, lane 7, Kenton Ridge, and lane 8, Wyoming. It took a 132.53 to make the state meet last year. Again, just like the individual events, the top 2 finishers in this event will automatically qualify for the state meet. Yeah, it looks like we have a good battle in the middle of the pool. Lane 5, the team from Tippecanoe, working out to almost a body length lead. Split there at 23.07 by the second leg swimmer of Tippecanoe. Nice effort there. Lane 2, Bishop Fenwick, trying to hold on to that second place. Lane 3 coming up strong from Hamilton Baden. In the final exchange, Tippecanoe swimmers splitting a 23.48. Trying to hold on to that body length lead. You see the final turn. Very good off the wall. And up in lane 2, team from Bishop Fenwick hold on to second place in this second heat of 3. And touching first, team from Tippecanoe at a 1:34.03. Anchor swimming a 23.45 for the anchor leg. Second place was Bishop Fenwick at a 1:34.84. It's bringing us to the third and final heat of the boys 200-yard freestyle relay. In lane 1, Chaminade Julian. Lane 2, Dayton Carroll. Lane 3, Waynesville. Lane 4, Indian Hill. Lane 5, Marymount. Lane 6, Versailles, Sales. Lane 7, Wilmington. And lane 8, team from Madeira. The district meet record is held by Madeira. It was set back in 2015 with a time of 1:27.28. Again, it took a 1:32.53 was the last at-large bid to make the state meet, much like the individual events. The top two swimmers, or top 2 relay teams, will qualify for automatic bids for the state meet. And the starter calls the swimmers to the blocks. And we are off in this third and final heat of the boys 200 free relay. Pretty much an even race here at the first 25. Looks like we have a slight lead opening up in lane 5, the team from Marymount. So we have an opening split of 21.86. Very nice opening 50 from the team of Marymount. Followed closely by lane 4. Their neighbors down the street, Indian Hill. It's like the second swimmer from Indian Hill, opening up a little bit more of a lead. His split was a 21.89, followed closely by Marymount in second place with a 23.17 split. Looks like we have a battle for third place at the top of the screen between Dayton Carroll and Chaminade Julian. Still in the middle of the pool, touching at a 21.47. Marymount with a very good relay exchange by Indian Hill. Looks like we have a slight lead going into this last turn. Very good streamline off the turn, opening up to a body length lead. Coming under, looks like our Division II district champion, Indian Hill, touching with a 128.69. Anchor swim there at a 21.71. Very nice swim from the team from Indian Hill. Second place in lane 5, the team from Marymount. And in lane 1, touching in third place, the 31.13, the team from Chaminade Julian. Very nice race. Very exciting relay swim. It looks like we have a replay of the very good exchange from the team from Indian Hill. As we can see them coming into this last 50. Again, just after that last turn, coming up and really getting it done. And there we have it. Very good. And from there, we will throw it to the awards, and we will be back for the 100 backstroke after the awards.
Coverage of the 2019 OHSAA District Swimming Finals. Made possible by PSS Contractors, LLC. The Greater Cincinnati Automobile Dealers Association. The Seven Hills School. Harrison High School Swimming. Mason Swimming and Diving Boosters. St. Xavier Swimming and Diving. In loving memory of Richard and Barbara Thulman. And swimmeet.com.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we present to you your top 8 for Event 69, the boys 200-yard freestyle relay. In 8th place, it's Wilmington. In 7th place, Madeira. In 6th place, Dayton Carroll. In 5th place, it's Waynesville. In 4th place this afternoon, Versailles. Your 3rd place finisher, Dayton Chaminade Julian. The district runner-up with a time of 1:30.27. The team of Ian Mikesell, Philip Forbes, Jackson Comer, and Jonah Mikesell, Marymount. And the 2019 district champion in the 200-yard freestyle relay with a time of 1:28.69. The team of Dan Edmondson, Devin Edwards, Gabe Yin, and Will Taylor, Indian Hill. And there is your top 8 finishers from the boys' 200-yard freestyle relay. Congratulations.
On your phone or on the camera? Can you text it to me? Thank you.
Depth isn't there, but the top.
All right, and congratulations to the district champions, Indian Hill, boys 200 freestyle relay. And the team from Marymount got second place in that automatic qualifying spot to the state championship meet. Brings us to the boys 100-yard backstroke. District meet record set back in 2013 by Patrick Mulcahy of 49.35. So we are waiting for the starter's whistle to bring the backstrokers into the pool. This is a race where the backstrokers start in the water. And it was a 56.33 that made the state meet last year in this boys 100 backstroke. So you can see everybody around the pool making friends, like coaches coaching up their athletes, possibly in one of the last 3 events here. Winding it down, backstroke followed by the 100 breaststroke are the last two individual events of the day. See swimmers there in the warm down pool trying to flush out any lactic acid from their prior races. This is what we have now is a lot of these athletes have swum 2 to possibly 3 swims so far this morning. They need to use that warm down pool to get ready for their final races of the day. And that brings us to the starter calling the boys of the first heat of 4 of the 100 backstroke into the water. And a clean start in lane 1, George Hausberger, Seven Hills. Lane 2, Nate Grant, Reading. Lane 3, Carter Reyes, Ben Logan. Lane 4, Braden Fox, West Carrollton. Lane 5, Ben Pranger, Tippecanoe. Lane 6, Bodie Gibson, Hamilton Baden. Lane 7, Andrew Foley, Marymount. Lane 8, Nick Norton, Seven Hills. Looks like we have a pretty tight heat here at the 50. Touching first, Nate Grant, turning at a 29.34 up in lane 2. Giving chase there in lane 5 is Ben Pranger, Tippecanoe. Very good underwater shot there. The dolphin kick coming off the water, coming off the turn in the water. It looks like Ben Pranger getting a very solid last turn and last 25, touching first. Ooh, it is a tie. We have a tie between Nate Grant and Ben Pranger, tying for first at a 101.36. You boys should buy your lottery tickets today. Don't see that happen very often, but congratulations to both of them. Both of them dropping about 2 seconds from their time from sectionals. Since it is such a rare occasion, of course we will flash back to a replay. Look at that. Either neither one of them clipped their nails or both of them clipped their nails. You never know, but always fun to see a tie unless you're involved. And that brings us to heat 2 of 4, the boys 100 backstroke. Lane 1, Lucas Lamer, Cincinnati Hills. Lane 2, Ben Starkey, Indian Hill. Lane 3, Nate Kramer, Eaton. Lane 4, Seth Thomas, Kenton Ridge. Lane 5, Michael Philippi, Franklin. Lane 6, Andrew Simmons, Dayton Christian. Lane 7, Carter Caldwell, Bellbrook. In lane 8, A.J. Vibbers, Cincinnati Hills. Looks like we have a fairly even field here with Michael Philippe in lane 5, turning first of 28.75. And down there in lane 8, A.J. Vibbers trying to hold on. See a very nice shot there of Michael Philippe coming off the 75 wall, holding a streamline, a very good dolphin kick. Underneath the flags, looks like it's going to be Michael Philippe touching with a time of 58.68. Congratulations. Second place in lane 4 with Seth Thomas at a 59.42. Congratulations there for two boys getting under 1 minute. Always fun to see. This brings us to heat 3 of 4, the boys 100 backstroke. Again, it took a 56.33 make state meet. Potentially always a fighting chance like we saw in the 500 free and a couple other events earlier. We might have someone in this third heat of 4 putting up a time that would make the at-large. In lane 1, Logan Lippert, Bishop Fenwick. Lane 2, Elijah Joyce, Dayton Christian. Lane 3, Jack Proctor, Hamilton Baden. Lane 4, Travis Schmidt, Dayton Carroll. Lane 5, Ryan Subler, Versailles. Lane 6, Tyler Schneer, Bishop Fenwick. Lane 7, Brandon Moore, Tip City Bethel. And lane 8, Jesse Foley Jr., Trotwood. It's up the early lead. Getting down to 28.83, Brandon Moore. Down there in lane 7, the senior from Tip City Bethel. Getting out to a good lead. He can hold on. Dropping a considerable amount of time from his sectional time, touching a 55.59. Woo! Tyler Schneer touching at a 56.50 in second place. Two very good swims. And it was almost like Brandon Moore read my mind there, came through the 55, breaking the 56-second mark, which would have made the state meet last year. Congratulations to Brandon, setting us up for a very exciting Heat 4. This final heat of the boys' 100-yard backstroke. In lane 1, sophomore, Chaminade Julian, Mason Wilkinson. Lane 2, freshman from Oakwood, Sam Campbell. Lane 3, senior from Marymount, Jackson Cromer. In lane 4, the senior from Seven Hills, Greg Kalin. Lane 5, the sophomore from Seven Hills, Tim Kalin. Lane 6, the junior from Indian Hill, Nick Bullis. In lane 7, the senior from Chaminade Julian, Jorge Zelina. And in lane 8, the junior from Waynesville, William Kelly. The district meet record set by Patrick Mulcahy of a 49.35 back in 2013. And again, it took a 56.33 to make the state meet. And another congratulations to Brandon Moore, doing a 55 mid in the heat prior. We're playing the waiting game to see how his time stacks up. Very clean start for this final heat of the boys' 100-yard backstroke. Up the 15-meter mark with a very strong start is Greg Kalin, the senior from Seven Hills. Now, Kalin was the 100 butterfly district champion from earlier this morning. That's to try to pull the double duty, trying to add a 100 backstroke title to his resume. Looking very good heading into the 75 final turn. Great shot of him coming off the wall. in a very good commanding lead, and in second place, Tim Kalin. But in first place, touching a 49.92, Greg Kalin. In second place, Tim Kalin with a 51.82. Both those boys are going to be our automatic qualifiers for the very, very solid heat, with everyone getting under the 55.5 time, which they will all be playing the waiting game to see how many qualifiers we can put up to the state meet. And we will come back after the awards.
Coverage of the 2019 OHSAA District Swimming Finals. Made possible by PSS Contractors, LLC. The Greater Cincinnati Automobile Dealers Association. The Seven Hills School. Harrison High School Swimming. Mason Swimming and Diving Boosters. St. Xavier Swimming and Diving. In loving memory of Richard and Barbara Thulman. And swimmeet.com.
Finishing in 8th place, a junior from Waynesville, William Kelly. Finishing in 7th place, a sophomore from Chaminade, Julienne, Mason Wilkson. Our 6th place finisher is a senior from Chaminade, Julienne, George Zelina. Finishing in 5th place, a freshman from Dayton Oakwood, Sam Campbell. Our 4th place finisher is a senior from Marymount, Jackson Comer. Finishing in 3rd place, a junior from Indian Hill, Nick Boulis. Our district runner-up is an automatic qualifier for the state meet next week. His time was 51.82. He's a sophomore from Seven Hills, Tim Kalin. And our 2019 Southwest District champion with a time of 49.92, a senior from Seven Hills, Greg Kalin. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it, your top 8 finishers in the 100 backstroke. Congratulations, boys.
Almost done.
All right, this is event 71. It's the boys' 100-yard breaststroke. This is heat 1 of 4.
All right, congratulations to Greg Kalin, the district champion in the 100-yard backstroke at a time of 49.92. Brings us to the final individual event of the day, the boys' 100-yard breaststroke. district meet record set back in 2014 by Jonathan Reuter with a 56.30. And in lane 1 of heat 1, Alex Ensley, Norwood. Lane 2, Joshua Stover, Legacy Christian. Lane 3, Joshua Andrews, Wilmington. Lane 4, Jonah Mikesell, Marymount. Lane 4, Brendan 2, Oakwood. Lane 6, Pablo Badell, Greenville. Lane 7, Cole Stagger, Roger Bacon. And lane 8, Cameron Bolin, Greenview. Early lead, Pablo Badell. And it did take a 1:01.51 was the last at-large time to make the state meet last year. All these boys are going to be shooting for. Here, as we come underneath the flags for this first heat, at the finish, the big stretch, Jonah Mikesell touching first with a time of 1:05.80. Congratulations there, Jonah. Second place, Pablo Badell with a time of 1:07.42. And that's bringing us to the second of 4 heats of this boys 100-yard breaststroke. Starter calling the swimmers to the blocks. And in this heat 2 of the boys 100 breaststroke, lane 1, Logan Casing, Madeira. Lane 2, Owen Norwell, Indian Hill. Lane 3, Matthew Colson, Seven Hills. Lane 4, Quinn Nyberg, Wyoming. Lane 5, Lucas Davis, Shawnee. Lane 6, Alex Burley, Tippecanoe. Lane 7, John Westfelder, Indian Hill. Lane 8, Florian Helming, Indian Hill. And up in lane 1, Logan Casing, splitting it at 28.84, getting out to the early lead. Seeing if he can hold on here at the 75-yard mark. Still up in lane 1, Logan Casing, sophomore from Madeira, jumping on the early lead. See if he has the endurance and the whole stroke together to be the Heat 2 winner here in this boys 100 breaststroke. Getting a little tight underneath the flags, but I think he might hold on, and he did. Logan Casing touching first with a time of 1:03.18. Very nice swim, dropping a little bit over 4 seconds from his time from sectionals last week. Very nice swim by Logan up there in lane 1. This brings us to heat 3. The second to last heat of this boys 100-yard breaststroke. In lane 1, Brandon Harris, Summit. Lane 2, Jimmy Berry, Arcanum. Lane 3, Ike Wickstrom, Wyoming. Lane 4, Noah Weber, West Carrollton. Lane 5, Sam Pettengill, Cincinnati Country Day. Lane 6, Peter Candano, Madeira. Lane 7, Luke Martin, West Carrollton. And lane 8, Braden Dunaway, Kenton Ridge. And out to the early lead in lane 5, Sam Pettengill, the sophomore from Cincinnati Country Day, taking it out in the 28.90. Really good. In lane 7, Luke Martin, freshman from West Carrollton, giving chase. Very nice underwater shot there. Good streamline at the 75. It's like lane 5, Sam Pettengill, and lane 7, Luke Martin. And touching first, Sam Pettengill with a 1:01.06, followed by second place, Luke Martin. There's a 1:01.62. Now, Sam's time of that 1:01.06 was under what it took to make the state meet last year of a 1:01.51. Very nice swim from Sam, dropping about 4 seconds from his sectional time. Congratulations. And again, yet another event where someone in one of these earlier heats puts up a time that might have made the at-large last year. So now he'll play the waiting game as we go into the fourth and final heat for these boys' 100-yard breaststroke. In lane 1, the senior from Seven Hills, George Eng. Lane 2, sophomore from Bethel Tate, Ian McCrary. Lane 3, the sophomore from Bethel Tate, Tommy McCrary. Lane 4, the senior from Marymount, Ian Mikesell. Lane 5, the junior Hamilton Baden, Adam Sherman. Lane 6, sophomore from Seven Hills, Christopher Maring. Lane 7, the freshman from Bishop Fenwick, Brooke Olson. And in lane 8, the freshman from Kenton Ridge, Dylan Day. Again, the district meet record was set by Jonathan Reuter back in 2014 of a 56.30. And again, it took a 101.51 to make the state meet last year. Great underwater, the underwater shy of the first turn at the 25 wall. Looks like we have a good race in the middle of the pool. And Ian Mikesell turning first with a 27.23, followed close by Adam Sherman in lane 5 with a 27.81. Looks like Ian Mikesell's opening up a little bit of a lead here at the 75 wall. At a half body length lead, 15 meters to go. Looks like Ian Mikesell's going to hold off Adam Sherman underneath the flags. Yes, indeed. Ian Mikesell touching first with a 57.60, 7/100ths ahead of Adam Sherman, who clinches the second place automatic qualifying spot for our district. Very nice, very close race. And you can see in this replay just how close 7/100ths of a second is. That final stretch where Ian Mikesell didn't cut his fingernails last night and just got his hand at the wall. So congratulations to Ian Mikesell and Adam Sherman, our top two qualifiers for the Southwest District Division II Boys Breaststroke. And we will be back for the final event, the boys 400 free relay, right after awards.
Coverage of the 2019 OHSAA District Swimming Finals. Made possible by PSS Contractors, LLC. The Greater Cincinnati Automobile Dealers Association. The Seven Hills School. Harrison High School Swimming. Mason Swimming and Diving Boosters. St. Xavier Swimming and Diving. In loving memory of Richard and Barbara Thulman. And swimmeet.com.
All right, we would like to introduce to you the top 8 finishers of event 71, the boys 100-yard breaststroke. The awards will be given by Wyoming coach Dave Elliott. And 6 of these times were below last year's qualifying time to Canton of 101.51. Finishing in 8th place, he's a sophomore from Bethel Tate, Ian McQuarrie. In 7th place, just a freshman from West Carrollton, Luke Martin. In 6th place, also a sophomore from Bethel Tate, Tommy McQuarrie. In 5th place, again just a freshman from Bishop Fenwick, Brooks Olson. In fourth place, a sophomore from Cincinnati Country Day, Sam Pettengill. Taking third today, a senior from Seven Hills, George Eng. Your district runner-up, he's a junior from Hamilton-Baden with a time of 57.67 and an automatic bid to Canton, Adam Sherman. And your district champion defending his title, senior from Marymount with a time of 57.60, Ian Mixell. Congratulations, those are your top 8 finishers in the boys' 100-yard breaststroke. Great job, gentlemen.
All right, as we see the awards finishers for the boys' 100-yard breaststroke. Congratulations again. Ian Mixell defending his district championship from last year, the senior from Marymount, winning at a time of 57.60. And second place, Adam Sherman, the junior from Baden, getting his automatic ticket punch to go to Canton next weekend. And this brings it to the final event of the morning, the boys' 400-yard freestyle relay. Your favorite and mine. The district meet record set back in 2016 by Cincinnati Seven Hills at a time of 3:08.46. It took a 3:24.52 to make the state meet last year. So in these next 3 heats, it's kind of the bogey we'll be shooting for. But this has been quite a meet so far. And always my favorite, the 400-yard free relay, 100 yards per relay swimmer. Always fun to see what coaches have left in their tank and what the athletes can put together for this final relay. Again, much like most relays, we see a bunch of lead changes depending on each team's individual strategy of what position you put your top 4 100-yard freestylers into the relay, whether you want to get out to the lead and get that open water or potentially come from behind and leave the fastest swimmer on the end to try to make up a potential come from behind win. But here we go. The starter is bringing the teams up to the blocks to the boys' 400-yard freestyle relay. And we have a clean start to this first heat, the boys' 400-yard freestyle. Team Lane 1, Valley View. Lane 2, Franklin. Lane 3, Versailles. Lane 4, Legacy Christian. Lane 5, Cincinnati Country Day. Lane 6, Cincinnati Hills. Lane 7, Kenton Ridge. Lane 8, Clinton Massey. Lane 9, Indian Lake. And it looks like up in Lane 2, the team from Franklin split for first 50 split, a 25.80. Followed by closely by the team in Lane 8, Clinton Massey, splitting a 25.94. Moving up in Lane 4, Legacy Christian. But down in Lane 7, here at the first exchange, or in Lane 8, Clinton Massey splitting a 54.28, and actually Legacy Christian with a 57.27 in Lane 4 coming out with the early lead. But very close race after these first swimmers are done. Coming up strong in Lane 2, team from Franklin. Now, looks like the team in Lane 4, Legacy Christian, with team in Lane 3, Versailles, moving up going into the halfway point. The halfway point looks like team lane 3 for Sales coming up to a very strong second leg, splitting with a 28-52, the last 50 of his leg of the relay. Very solid relay exchange there by the team in lane 3. Holding on, the team from Franklin, just above them in lane 2. Followed by Legacy Christian in lane 4. And also Clinton Massey down in lane 8. Not to be outdone, still definitely in the race with this third swimmer in the water. Still in lane 3, team from Versailles, holding on to a very solid third leg of the relay, getting this final exchange. Nice safe start, good transition, splitting a 30.34 on that team from Versailles in lane 3. Keeping their body length lead. You can see there the team from Versailles, the anchor leg with 50 yards to go, but very close. Closing in Cincinnati Country Day, the team in lane 5 splitting at a 23-51. Team from Country Day in lane 5, anchor leg, gonna have a battle coming to the final 25. I don't know if Versailles is gonna be able to hold on. Looks like the swimmer from Cincinnati Country Day in lane 5 having one incredible anchor leg underneath the flags. He's going to bring home at a 25.03 for a 3:38.40. Congratulations to the team from Country Day. Never say quit. And second place, team from Versailles with a 3:39.80. Wrapping up the first heat of 3. So you see in this replay is the closing speed of the Cincinnati Country Day, fourth member of that relay team. Very nice closing 100 for them. Congratulations. Congratulations. Brings us to the second of 3 heats of this boys 400-yard freestyle as the starter calls the boys to the box. And in the second of 3 heats, team from Marymount. Lane 2, Dayton Christian. Lane 3, Bellbrook. Lane 4, Tippecanoe. Lane 5, Wyoming. Lane 6, Bishop Fenwick. Lane 7, Roger Bacon. And in lane 8, New Richmond. The early lead in lane 5, team from Wyoming. Flipping first at a 24.01. The leadoff swimmer from Wyoming opening up to about a body length and a half lead. Very nice opening split of the team from Wyoming. Very good shot of the 75 turn. Good streamlines used by all off the wall. Coming into the exchange between the first and second swimmers for Wyoming. Very nice, safe start and transition. 26.64 for 50.65 for the leadoff swimmer from Wyoming. Very nice. Get his team out to that open water. Be curious to see how the team from Wyoming does in comparison to what it took to make the state meet last year at a 3:24.52. If they continue to have octane like that, they'll definitely put that time to work. And the team from Wyoming still with the lead, and a commanding lead at that. The second swimmer in the water, followed by Tippecanoe up above in lane 4, about a body length back. And now for the transition between the second and third swimmers. Wyoming still in the lead at a 1:43.01. Tippecanoe second with a 1:44.21. Looks like Wyoming's still able to hold on to that lead that their leadoff swimmer was able to generate. Swimming in that clear water, the third swimmer of that team, splitting a 24.79, followed by Tippecanoe, who's third relay swimmer, first 50 split of a 24.99. Looks like in third place, we have the team from Marymount trying to hold on to third position up there in lane 1. Giving close by Bellbrook in lane 3. But right now in the transition for the final swimmer, the team from Wyoming, the third relay swimmer, splitting a 27.06 for Wyoming, and Tippecanoe splitting a 27 flat for their relay split swimmer. Tippecanoe's giving good chase with swimmer from Wyoming's trying to hold on with coming into the turn with 50 yards left. Will he have enough? Splitting 24.76, just getting out a little faster than Tippecanoe's swimmer at a 27.95. Looks like coming into this last turn, 75 wall. I think he might be able to hold off. Swimmer from Wyoming going to be able to hold off the team from Tippecanoe. And we're underneath the flags. It's all over but the shouting. Team from Wyoming touching first with a 3:26.97, splitting a 27.35 on the way home. Second place, congratulations, the team from Tippecanoe with a 3:28.6. And in third place, team from Bellbrook, swimming a 3:34.53. Congratulations, all those boys, and that brings us to the big race, the third and final heat of the boys 400-yard freestyle relay. In lane 1, team from Madeira. Lane 2, Oakwood. Lane 3, Chaminade Julian. Lane 4, the top seed, Seven Hills. Lane 5, Indian Hill. Lane 6, Hamilton Baden. Lane 7, Dayton Carroll. And rounding out the field, Waynesville in lane 8. The district meet record held by Cincinnati Seven Hills of 3:08.46, set back in 2016. Bogey time we were looking at from last year, that was the last at-large time to make the state meet, was 3:24.52. This is the last heat of a very exciting day of swimming here, and the starter calls him to the box. Clean start had by all. Always good to see. Up quick, team in the middle, Seven Hills. Coming to the first turn. Nice shot underwater, looking like Seven Hills after that early lead. As we open up to the first turn, 23.20 from the team from lane 7, Seven Hills leadoff swimmer, followed by the Indian Hill team in lane 5, relay split of 23.90. Right now, it looks like the relay team of Seven Hills opening up to about a half body length lead going into the first and second swimmer transition. 48.28 split by Seven Hills in the first 100, followed closely by Indian Hill, and up in lane 1, the team from Madeira. But right now, it still looks like the Seven Hills relay team opening up a little bit of a lead. Very nice kick for the opening 50 of the second swimmer for the Seven Hills team. Followed closely by Indian Hill, and then up there in lane 1, Madeira, trying to hold on to third place. And still coming into the final 15 meters of the Seven Hills second swimmer, opening up a little bit bigger of a lead. Solid exchange, split at 25.97. Followed by Indian Hill in second place. Their relay swimmer split at 25.45. Looking like we still have about a body length lead from the team of Seven Hills in lane 4, turning at a 23-1, very good early speed. But Indian Hills giving chase with their relay splitter splitting 22.79, getting a little tight here during this third leg of the boys 400 free relay. Looks like we might have some excitement to wrap this meet up. Something we all love to see here at Districts. Going for those top 2 automatic times. Here we go. Safe starts with the team from Indian Hill and the team from Seven Hills. Indian Hill took a slight lead with their relay number displaying 24.55 in that last 50. Looks like we're going to have one heck of a turn, but it's a great turn by the swimmer from Seven Hills in lane 4. Very nice. And it looks like the team from Seven Hills is opening up a little bit larger lead going into this final turn in the final leg.
It's going to be 7 Hills.
Looks like Seven Hills is going to be our boys 400 freestyle relay champions. And they are in 3:11.16. Congratulations. Followed by the team from Indian Hill in second place with a 3:16.01. Third place, team from Oakwood up in lane 2 with a 3:19. And fourth place, team from Chaminade Julian getting under that 3:24.52. Even the team from Madeira in fifth place getting under that time. So hopefully we will be able to send a good bunch of teams to the state championship meet in Canton. You can see those Seven Hills champions celebrating there, getting a shot for the website, I guess. Proud of their accomplishment. And we will be going to the last bit of awards for the day. And we'll come back to wrap it up right after this.
Our top 8 finishers in the 400 freestyle relay. Our awards this afternoon will be presented by Brandon Williams from Seven Hills. Boys, please take the podium. We had 4 teams that were under last year's last at-large qualifying time of 3:24.53. Here we go, boys, your top 8 finishers. Go ahead. Okay, finishing in 8th place is the team from Dayton Carroll. Our 7th place finishers, Wyoming. Finishing in 6th place, Waynesville. Our 5th place finisher is Hamilton Baden. Finishing in 4th place, Dayton Chaminade Julian. Our third place finishers, Dayton Oakwood.
Same place as last year.
Finishing in second place, earning an automatic berth to Canton next week with a time of 3:16.01. The team of Nick Boulis, Devin Edwards, Will Taylor, and Josh Pearson. They are Indian Hill. And our 2019 Southwest District champions with a time of 3:11.16. The team of Tim Kalin, Spencer Boyd, George Yang, and Greg Kalin, Seven Hills. Ladies and gentlemen, your top 8 finishers.
All right, and there we have the top 8 finishers from the boys 400-yard freestyle relay. Congratulations to the team from Seven Hills, our 2019 district freestyle relay champions with a time of 3:11.16, and congratulations to Indian Hill with the second place finish. Gets that automatic qualifying berth to the state meet next week. And I am Michael Andrews. It's been a pleasure to spend the day with you covering this wonderful Southwest District Boys Championship. On behalf of everyone from Waycross, I thank you for joining us. It has been a pleasure, and congratulations to all of our new district champions and to all of you that qualify and make it. Good luck up in Canton next weekend. I know you will represent our district very well. I am Michael Andrews, and I am out.
Coverage of the 2019 OHSAA District Swimming Finals. Made possible by PSS Contractors, LLC. The Greater Cincinnati Automobile Dealers Association. The Seven Hills School. Harrison High School Swimming. Mason Swimming and Diving Boosters. St. Xavier Swimming and Diving. In loving memory of Richard and Barbara Thulman. And SwimMeet.com.